TIFU by taking 8 antihistamine pills instead of 8 steroid pills. I am being treated for poison ivy. My dermatologist prescribed hydroxyzine, antihistamine, 1 tab 4x daily and prednisone, steroid, to be tapered across 15 days. I have taken both before. I've learned from experience to only take 1 hydroxyzine at bedtime because it knocks me on my butt as far as sleepiness. So this morning I went to dutifully take my day 2, 8 prednisone dose, then came back a bit later for my other meds. Upon taking my other meds I realized I had taken 8 hydroxyzine, 2 days worth, instead of 8 prednisone. I decided to call out for work, rather than show up and have the extra hydroxyzine kick in and need a ride home. I embarrassingly explained the error to my boss and she was understanding. I went to sleep for a few hours. Missed a text and email about a meeting that thankfully had been canceled. I just had a second cup of coffee, hoping I can caffeinate my way through the afternoon, as I have a child who will be coming home from school and thankfully a husband who will be home to help out. But FFS, I'm still in disbelief that I did this to myself. Always read the labels, folks. TL, drive. I mixed up my poison ivy meds and took 2 days worth of sleepy antihistamine this morning. Update. Made a new label. https preview.red.it/flpwa17xt4b1.jpg. Width equals 1474 and format equals PJPG and auto equals WebP and V equals enabled and S equals
1140F6E33F82288B1A6D7A7381922C0C38262D5A1.
So you should be fine. But to the hospital if you have any crazy out of the ordinary symptoms. Unlike most antihistamines, this one can be harmful in large amounts. Not an expert and consider calling poison control cause they can tell you how dangerous your dose is. Most likely you will sleep off your itchiness though. Make sure you drink lots and lots of water. I'll send flowers to your funeral. Hang in there, cold sweat, smile. Mistakes happen. I once took an Ambien instead of an antihistamine. I thought was having some kind of psychotic break until figured out what happened. It was scary. After this I moved the Ambien to a different room, so they were not with my other meds. Oh man, I'm sorry. You must be dealing with some health issues if you have to take both of those things. I've had to take steroids for my asthma at various points in my life, and I remember I was about 10. And my mother was particularly stressed out because I was wheezing like a broken bellows, and my sister was a newborn. She took out 4 and gave them to me. And I dutifully chucked them in my gob and swallowed them. As I see her eyes go wide, while saying, "Wait, did you just take those?" I was like, "Yup, mother, you handed them to me." She went all pale and was like, "Ah, I read it wrong. It says 4 a day." Cue her running around and calling the doctor, and worrying she'd murdered me via steroids. Luckily I am still here, and I made a lot of jokes about being able to lift the furniture by myself. Now, I'm sure you aren't going to die, and I know you've likely sought advice on it, but just try and not panic too much unless explicitly told it's panic time. I take my meds wrong all the dang time. And I take the same things every day at the exact same times. Somehow this all ends up jumbled occasionally. I'm not dead yet. I kid. I'm very sure you'll be okay. I used to take hydroxyzine for anxiety, and just 1 10 mg tab would knock me out, make me extremely groggy and drowsy for like 12 hours. I can only imagine taking extra. And in the morning. Good for you for realizing you needed to call off though. And hopefully you are well rested after it wears off. Feel better. Heart, hands, medium light skin tone. My dog's allergy pills are in a bottle beside my ADHD pills. My wife gives the dog his already pills, so there's not much concern of him getting my pills. But me taking his? I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Nothing to the level of this. But on Mother's Day a few years ago I accidentally took Tylenol PM instead of regular. Shortly before I was supposed to go to my parents for lunch. Realized the mistake almost instantly and tried to gag myself. But I'm throw up adverse. So couldn't make myself do it. Called my mom and told her I was going to drive straight over. But that I'd be resting on the couch until it wore off. Spent the rest of the afternoon dosing in and out while everyone else had lunch, hung out. I was prescribed hydroxyzine for anxiety. Took one and I knocked out for over 12 hours. Definitely got rid of my anxiety since I was dead to the world. Can't imagine taking 8. My mom and I share almost the same name down to the middle initial. One time when I was younger and on antibiotics, I accidentally took my mom's heart medication. Thankfully nothing happened, but now I always read labels.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.